Hey there, sheepdoggers, and welcome to a video I decided to do because I don't know, I decided to do it. Basically, I very, not very occasionally, but I tend to play like these absent clicker style games when my anxiety is bad and I just need to shut off my brain. It's a really good way to just like pass time when you can't do anything else and you're trying to distract your brain. So this is one of the ways I do it is through these kind of absent AFK clicker game things. And this one just recently came out, and I was reading the reviews, and there were some people saying like, "Oh, it's actually kind of interesting, and it's not too bad." And it's not that different from other clicker games. It's kind of standard. You click, you get coins. There we go, coins, yay. I've played a fair amount. You can see. Oh, there we go. You can see the gems I've got down here. That's kind of, the way that you boost when you reset the abdication here. When you abdicate, you get gems. Gems increase overall production by 2.0%. All gems increase your chance to get faction coins. We'll go into faction coins. By abdicating, you won't gain any coins. Go grind some more coins. Coins required to reach. And you got rubies. Obviously, you can see here, you can spend money to get shit. I never do that in these clicker games because I tend to play them for a while to shut off my brain and then, never really come back to them. So, what is interesting about this one? Let's just go forward. Okay, so you can see these faction coins, like, as you click, you get a coin every time you click. But you also see that you get, like, fairy coin, angel coin, elven coin there, demon coin. Oh, another demon coin, lovely. So yeah, down here you have these factions. You've got the... God, I can't remember. I'm gonna need to... So you've got the fairies, the elves, the angels, the goblins, the undead, and the demons. That's correct. You're going to hear a little bit of clicking for a second, guys, while I do this. I just need to get up to 203 coins, which is going to be there. Okay, so now I have 10 farms. You can see the farm there. I tend to just keep this open here. Which will now generate me 20 coins a second. Now, this thing here is gem power. Costs a coin, so we've got enough for it. It basically unlocks the power of gems, so it gets this production thing going. All your gems increase your chances of finding faction coins, and yeah, etc, etc. So there you go. Now we are just pounding up the money tree. You see, instead of 20 a second, we get 2.4 trillion a second. So obviously we're going to be able to buy a whole load of these. So we'll just get these very quickly because we're going to need the faction coins in a moment. Let's go like this. There we go. And the rubies here, you find rubies apparently through excavation. I'll go through that later as well. You see, you've got all of these. As you go on, you'll unlock upgrades. So, for example, increase all neutral buildings. We'll get into that, but basically these are neutral buildings here. So you increase the production. You've got increased base clicking reward by 4 while offline, generate 1 click a second. Precious treasures, increase base clicking reward. So now when I click more. Increase clicking reward and the production of buildings. And then you've got like upgrading the farms and all those kind of things. Yeah, and then you've got mana here. So you've got some spells you can use. They're basically like the boosts, so instead of having a cooldowns, so instead of having cooldown, is there a way to turn some music on or something here? Because otherwise my, I don't see anything. So my headset may turn off a couple of times while I do this. So yeah, you can see the mana. How quickly you get mana is how quickly you can use these abilities. So like tax collection will instantly get me 154 quintillion. There you go, boom. And now the mana will regen. You can use this as many times as you like until you empty out your mana. You've got automatic casting. You've got assistant trade union, which is just increased buildings. Going by assistance. We'll get to assistance soon. Increase your chance to find faction coins. Always nice. So you can see now we're getting a whole load of money per clicks. We can upgrade the farms and the inns and the blacksmiths and get a few more upgrades if we like. Increase royal exchange bonus. Oh yeah, we'll get to that too. Okay, so let's go with... so here are the factions. So you can choose to align yourself with different factions. You can go with the good factions, which is the fairies, the elves, and the angels. Or you can go with the evil factions, which are the goblins, the undead, or the demons. Each of them have a different play style, which I thought was really interesting. So we'll go to the good quickly. And and you also have the neutrals, which I only unlocked really recently. Which currently is only the Titans, although I think there are other, like 2 other factions in the neutrals, possibly, I'm not sure. So we'll go to the good, and now you see this is transformed. You've got the Holy Light spell, which increases clicking reward by 2,500 for 10 seconds. And you have all these things, like the Warrior Barracks, the Knight's Joust, the Wizard Tower, the Cathedral, the Citadel, you know, all these, you know, they're just the same as these, except for they're good buildings. You know, good aligned buildings. Obviously, when you actually play this for the first time, it takes a lot longer to get there. But because I've played this a fair bit, because my brain's been crappy recently, yeah, you can just I can just upgrade a whole load really quickly, which is kind of good because it lets me show you a bit how where the game goes. Lets you decide whether you want to try it for yourself, I guess. Let's just get all these upgrades. They're basic building upgrades and production bonus upgrades and things like that. A little bit of extra mana. And you can see here you've got these heritage things, which you need 5,000 coins to get these heritage things. What that is basically, well, you'll see it in a second. But you need to get all of the upgrades for one of the factions. So, for example, the fairies, you get all the upgrades for the yeah, I'll take that. You get all the upgrades for the fairies, and then you can get the fairy heritage on any of the factions while you're playing them. So it means you can increase production of all buildings by 0.075 per farm in a blacksmith you own. So you increase production of all of your buildings by 65.2%. And you can see if we get a few more farms, it'll be 70% now, because we just got a few more. And then you got similar things for the elves and for the angels and all this kind of thing. So let's have a look at these first. So fairies focus on small and common things, make them magically powerful. Affiliating yourself with the fairy faction will hugely improve the output of lower tier buildings. So, like the farms and inns will be the things that are making you the most coins. Also, the good side is a lot more active, a lot more click. It encourages clicking and being here. The evil side is a bit more AFK or just offline. So you just the undead give you bonuses for being offline. So you just upgrade your undead and then click, exit the game. The elves are affiliating yourselves with the elves will dramatically boost your clicking rewards while forsaking passive production. So if you're the elves, you want to be there clicking like that. I may just turn my headset off actually, because there's no. I'll probably put a little bit of music in the background if I can, but there's no game sound as far as I can tell. There might be somewhere. I don't believe I turned any. I don't believe I turned any off. And then the angels. they basically get a whole load of mana very quickly, uh, and yeah, that's how the angels are just like spell 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 spell. So the elves are really useful because they get you faction coins really quickly, and you know, like, getting these upgrades are quite strong, and you'll see what I mean. I'm gonna go with the angel. Gonna go with the angels. Costs 20 angel coins. We already have 186 or so. So now I've affiliated myself with the angels. You can see here the assistants, by the way, are gained by getting the upgrades. So you get 20 assistants for getting all the first two upgrades on all of these. But there are other ways to get assistants depending on the faction you are and how things work, this kind of thing. So you can see here, God's Hand increases the production of all buildings by 150 times your mana regeneration rate. So our mana regeneration rate is 4, so we get 600%. So the yeah, the production rate of all buildings will increase by that. So here are the upgrades that I was talking about. So costs 50 million coins. Cathedrals also increase your mana regenerate. So now we're on 8.89 mana regeneration. Angelic Determination increases production of all buildings based on spells cast in this game. So, you know, cast a spell, this will increase as you go. Increased mana regeneration by 40%. Our mana regeneration is now 12.45, so we can cast God's Hand. Boop. And that will massively increase the... So we're on 12 SP per second. I'm not sure what SP per second is, but... just let that run out and you'll see it go back down. Probably. There, yeah, so that really does, like, heavily increase. And the more mana regen you have, actually, the more that's going to do it. Currently, it's going to increase by almost 2,000% our production rate. So, Angel Friendship Pack. You need 100 Angel coins. And that's going to give you the next upgrade level. We'll just buy these upgrades here. Royal Castles also increase your mana regenerate. So this is going to give us plus 5.32. And that's going to increase as we build these things too. So the more Royal Castles we build, the more increase we're going to have. And then decrease cost of all spells by 100. So this is now going to be 800 each. This is going to be 100 each. You can see that's going to boost us up quite nicely. Increase mana regeneration by 40%. So we're now on 27. So you can probably pretty much sit here and spam tax collection. Which is interesting, because that gives you a fair amount of monies. So you've also got increased production of Halls of Legend by 100%. Halls of Legends is this kind of like last building. All factions get the Hall of Legends. You've got increased production of all buildings by 8%. Let's see if we can just... that's... oh, we're almost there. And now we need 500 coins to get the Angels Alliance. How many do we have? We have 214. Not that many, actually. And as you can see, you can sit here and click, but you've got assistants. Assistants help you gather coins and faction coins passively based on your clicking reward and faction coin find chance. Even when you're offline, you can obtain more assistants by purchasing the first 2 tiers of building upgrades or with many other unique upgrades later in the game. So yeah, there you go. And there we go. There we can now get that. So it's going to be a little while till we manage to get to the faction coins requirement. And okay, well there goes my headset again. Apparently my headset's like, hey, if you're not listening, if there's no sound coming out your headset, then screw you. So apparently that's there. So yeah, this is the last upgrade for the Angel Alliance for the faction. As far as I know, there might be more unlockable stuff later, but as far as I can tell, that's the last one. And what it pretty much does is you can, let's get a few more of these. I don't know where I guess we were there. There we go. What it pretty much means is that you can after you've got the upgrades for the angel coins, after you've got the final upgrades after you unlock this, then you can go on to the angelic heritage, which means on every faction you play, kind of regardless, you'll have this available to you. So once you get 5,000 angel coins in a playthrough with any of the factions, you'll be able to get the increased mana regeneration by 10%, which is really quite nice. Especially with some of the more AFK factions, like a little bit of extra mana regen is really nice because the spells are strong, but your mana regen is freaking terrible. So there's that. Then we've got as things go on, obviously, with all of these clicker kind of AFK games, it slows down as it goes on, and once you get to a point of once you get to certain points, it can really slow down, especially with some of the factions. Like, for example, the angels don't get coins that quickly. The elves get coins really goddamn quickly, and the goblins as well on the evil side get coins really goddamn quickly. The rest of the factions, it takes longer to get the coins, so it means you're going to be sitting around for a bit, or you have to click a lot to get those coins. Or to try and to get those coins quicker, let's say. And one of the reasons you want the coins is because over here you have the Royal Exchange. Now, before you start getting these heritage upgrades for any faction, you can see the Titan one, which is the neutral one that I recently unlocked, is 25,000 angel coins and 25,000 goblin coins, and I've got like 500, 300 of each of these. So yeah, what this is, I do it in increases of 10 because it seems to work quite decently. What this is it means pretty much that you do this, boop, and you get 110 bonus to production. We're not going to do it on the angel coins, but we'll do it on all the others. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 550% production here. So yeah, that means it just gives us a boost to. It just gives us a boost to our production, and we can spend the coins on those. So you can kind of wait for 5,000 coins of each of these, except for obviously the Titan one. You can wait for 5,000 coins of each of these to upgrade them, but it will mean that you're not producing as much. You can spend them there. The other thing you've got stuff like trophies. Like, so for example, I've got automatic casting, so what I can do is I can control left click on God's Hand, and it's going to automatically cast that every time it can, and it's going to halve the automatic casting. Let's see if we can just do this. There we go. Automatic casting here basically halves your mana production. So it's good if you're AFK, or if you just can't be asked to concentrate on doing it like I can't be asked right now. Because it means that you produce less mana, so you do the spells less often. But if you're not concentrating on this and you're not going to be casting this as often, it does mean it will automatically cast it. I don't think that it works offline, but you can see here you've got improved auto casting, masterful auto casting, priority auto casting, contingency auto casting, planned auto. There's a lot of magic stuff going on here, as you can see. Oof, there's a lot of stuff. There's a whole load of secret trophies. I'm guessing these are factions, like different faction stuff. I've got no idea what could be in there. You've got a whole load of stuff to do with assistance. You've got a whole load of secret trophies down here. Ally with a faction at least once. Purchase first 6 faction heritage upgrades in a single game. abdicate after producing this much, and these are all stuff you can unlock. So there's a certain interesting intricacy to the game, I have to say. So we'll get the Last Angel Alliance upgrade. Heaven's Gate also increases your mana regen by plus 6.34, which is going to take us up to 20 mana regen, which is really quite nice. Spell durations are increased by 50%, also really nice. It means that God's Hand is going to last even longer. And then Wings of Liberty means increased production of all buildings based on mana regeneration, 39.4%. So now all of our buildings, how much they produce, is based on our mana regen as well. So what we now need to do, basically, pretty much, is upgrade these buildings and get these heritage coins and get these royal exchanges up so that they so that we're producing enough. And currently what we're doing is we're excavating. Now, I didn't know about excavating when I started the game, so it may be a bit of a ruination for you, maybe. I don't know. But pretty much what you do is you excavate these quest artifacts. I don't exactly know what they do, to be honest. Like this one, perfectly shaped 4-leaf clover. Each leaf is almost unnaturally identical to the other 3. I don't know what that means, but we've got it. And it does also give you faction coins. You can reset it, so you can start from 0 again. And it's a really good way to get faction coins. Unfortunately, I don't have any rubies, you can see. But yeah, now currently we're let's upgrade these a little bit. Actually, it's probably not worth upgrading these at all right now. So you can excavate and find faction coins, and you also find artifacts every now and then. So that's the that's the kind of good affiliated side, and you know the elves, you get a lot of faction coins, so it's a good one to get all of these, and you know they all work different ways, as you can see. Like the angel one, if we just turn this off, the angel one is on 41 mana a second, so spamming the tax collection is not an invalid tactic. So let's abdicate very quickly. I'm not really worried about not really worried about getting a whole load of stuff here. Not really worried about getting a whole load of gems to increase, and we'll have a look at one of the evil factions. What's a good evil faction to look at? The undead are the offline AFK ones, and seeing as I'm about to go off and record more videos, I guess we'll go with the undead. Why not, right? Okay, so we just need to get up high enough so that we can build that first farm, and also we need to get that gem power going on so that once we get the farm, it goes really quickly. Okay, there we go. So, I think the undead get a whole load of assistance as well. Like you saw in that last one, possibly if you were paying attention, that the angels got to... I think they got to 20 assistance. If you get the faction coins, then I think you get a couple more from the undead. Based on the time spent in this game, you get more assistance, and all of these are based around abilities are based around what the faction does. So we're going to go with evil. We're going to upgrade all of these very quickly. So yeah, basically, I'm not a massive fan of clicker games because they encourage people to spend money. And I understand it as a business, you know, because they're free to play. So, you know, you can just pick them up and fuck about with them and be done with them. But they do really, you know, it's like Hearthstone. You know, like they encourage mass spending of money more than an actual game would cost. And they're set up so that you don't realize how much money you're spending as you go. Which does annoy me a little bit. However... I wanted to put this game out. I wanted to put a video out for this game because at the end of the day, I was like, well, I don't like these types of games. It is true, but when all said and done, like I do play them because they help me with my brain. You know, when my brain's being shitty and it's like, oh, everything sucks, and you're feeling really ill or whatever. You know, recently I did a video on. I talked a bit about my anxiety and stuff like that. When my anxiety is really bad, something like this is really good for my brain, basically. So yeah, I figured I'd do a video on it and just give you guys a little look at this game in case any else of you out there go the same way I go with this stuff. So let's go with the undead. There we go, undead. So the undead, there's our assistants. We've already got 20 because we've done all of these things. Nighttime. The production of assistants is increased by 30% per necropolis you own. So this is the necropolis right here. Let's just upgrade some of these. There we go. No, yep. Ha ha. And you'll see, like, you can see, like, you've got a whole load of different things as evil. You have a whole load of different things as neutral as well. And the nighttime, boop. So it just plops that up. You get more faction coins. Not a lot more, but it does produce faction coins a little bit quicker. And you can see here, our click percentage is much, much smaller than it was as the angels. I believe as the elves, your click amount is actually equal or possibly even slightly higher than your production amount. So how much you produce is usually less than you get from just clicking. And we'll go to the trophies very quickly because there is this one here, the Sun Blessing. Activate the Moon Blessing spell after 6 a.m. and before 12 p.m. So I got this achievement, I got this trophy. What it does is when I activate the elf spell ability, which is the Moon Blessing, what the Moon Blessing does is it massively increases the amount of production you get and also the amount of faction coins and stuff you get from clicking. And what it also does is with this upgrade, you now have an ability that when you activate the spell, it starts clicking while the spell is active. So you can click yourself if you like, but the game will automatically click a crap ton of times for you, which basically, helps. Yeah, there you go. And there's a whole load of things like that in here. There's a whole load of crap to unlock. It's all there. You got the excavation stuff as well. So the undead increase the production of necropolis by 5,000%. Boom. Now the necropolis is producing a fairer proportion of everything. Deadened muscles increase production of all buildings by 1.5% per necropolis you own, so 390%. Boop. Now we're getting a whole load more. Dark temples also increase your mana regeneration by 4.71%. So now our mana regeneration is actually not terrible. We'll also get this, which just increases gem power to 3%. Chance to find faction points is increased, obviously, useful. And then we'll get the Undead Friendship Pact. We need 500 undead coins. We've got 61. Unholy Rituals. Increase offline production based on your total time spent being offline. So you see, now this builds into the whole thing. Like, if you go offline, it's going to mean you produce more while you're offline, while you have the game closed. Corpse Supply. You gain additional assistance based on the amounts of necropolises you own, 26. So we now have 46 assistants. Increase the production of all buildings by an additional 35% per hour of playtime in this game. So all of your buildings produce more the longer you've been playing as the undead in this round. Oh, that's a whole load of undead coins we got in a row. Was that just a coincidence? Yeah, it looks like it was just a coincidence. Okay, I was going to say that was weird. So here you see, now we have 46 assistants. Oh, stop that, sorry. Now we have 46 assistants. They are producing a fair amount of coins per second. 26%, obviously, because all of these things are also producing. But they're also getting faction coins a lot quicker. And when we activate nighttime, you can see they produce those coins even quicker. And also our money goes up quicker as well. And let's just... upgrade these, and here you see now we've got increased Dark Temple production. Legendary leaders. So what the Hall of Legends tend to do is it buffs itself, and it buffs all the other buildings as well, which is quite good. Based on how many trophies you've unlocked, weirdly enough. Increased production of Hall of Legends by quite a bit, and then this increases production of all buildings. Not much. There's not too much point in us clicking at this point. But we'll do a little bit just because we don't have that much to do until we get to 500 undead coins. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to take it that far. Who knows? Because I do tend to ramble, so it's possible we'll take it that far, and I won't have intended to. So yeah, I mean that's the basics of the game. There seems to be quite a bit to it. In the sense of you will spend a lot of time getting to unlocking different things. Obviously, I would never really advise you in these types of games to spend money. Maybe that's just my own personal preference and so on and so forth. But it never really has appealed to me to be like, oh yeah, let's spend money on, on this. I'd say... it's a fairly fun game for what it is. It's more intricate and more well thought out than a lot of clicker games I've seen. A lot of clicker games I've seen are very basic and very just like, this is as simple as we can make it, not really bothering to put much effort into it. Let's just try and get money out of people by making things take ages. And, the whole faction idea, you can play around with different factions, you can see which ones work, which ones, like you can abdicate, become the elves, who are very, very active, be active for a little bit, boost yourself up, get some gems ready for abdication, and then you're like, well, I have to go for, 12 hours, I can't be asked to play this game for a while. Choose the undead, and then you get the offline bonuses and stuff like that. It's not as arseholey as some of the other clicker games, like the adventure capitalist, adventure communist, like those types of games. The goddamn well, we did actually get to the undead thing. Okay. The clicker heroes and the what the hell is it called? The Catgirl ones. I can't even remember what they're called. This one feels like it's had some thought put into it, which is nice. And the main reason I wanted to do a video on this, as I said at the beginning, was like, I just wanted to give those of you who have similar issues with me, or those of you who just occasionally play clicker games because you're just like, nah, fuck it, whatever, it's free, right? I wanted to show you kind of an interesting one. It's all right. I haven't felt the need to spend money on it, which I'm not sure if that's a glowing review or not. Like, I don't feel like I should spend money on this game. It doesn't sound like a glowing review, but I've been having fun with it. Whereas a lot of the other games, I get so frustrated with sitting about and not doing anything that I end up, really in my head, in my brain, wanting to spend money on it when I know I shouldn't want to. So we'll do the there we go. We'll do the are there any more here? Yeah, that one there. We'll do the undead upgrades, and then I'll leave this video here for you guys to peruse at your leisure. This one, each assistant increases the production of all buildings you own by 0.020 per necropolis you own. So 320,000? No, 320%. Boop. So it goes from 17 SP per second to 74 SP per second. Quite nice. Increases the production of assistance by 1,000%. Boom. 75 to 280. Increases offline production by 125 times your mana regeneration. 1,120%. So now that I've done that, it's going to be much, much, much more beneficial to me to be offline, and that's like right at the end of the undead line, you know. So once you've got there, it's going to start being worthwhile for you to be offline. And you can see here, obviously, we've got the same things here, whereby, and it will always ask if you want to buy the Royal Exchange for, like, for example, the undead. You know, see this here, it's giving me 110 bonuses on each. There are 6 factions, 660% bonus, with making 2.132 octillion a second, basically, currently. Which is good. Great. And we're on nonillion, apparently, at the moment. By a couple more upgrades. And we're getting faction coins slowly. It's gonna be, we got 50 assistants, and our assistants are making the majority of our money right now. 81%. This is the function of the undead. Basically, you don't have to click because you get 71 SP per second, and you're making so septillion, and you're making 2.42 octillion a second without clicking. So yeah, you don't need to click. You just need to go AFK. You need to leave the game and go do other things. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I suggest that's, well, no, that's not what you do, but you know, fuck it, whatever. Anyway, that is Realm Grinder. Just came out on Steam. It's kind of interesting. I figured I'd show it to you guys because I'm awesome like that, maybe? I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always helps out a lot, and of course I do really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one.